Based on tons of research and surveys, it's estimated that over 73% of the population has some degree of fear of public speaking. Oftentimes, that fear is greater than the fear of death itself, which is a shame because public speaking is one of the best ways to grow your business. Hey, it's Tom Jacobs here. I love empowering solopreneurs and solo practitioners to expand their business through selling with heart. And today we're diving into the world of public speaking because there is a secret to establishing credibility as a speaker, even if you have that fear of public speaking like so many people do. And credibility is one of those things that if you're nervous on stage, people will dismiss you. But how do you get rid of those nerves? I mean, I still get nervous before I give a talk, but I channel that energy into excitement so then I can really bring my A game to the stage. And in this video, I'm condensing down my 20 plus years of experience speaking from the stage, selling from the stage, and I'm going to break that down into 7 things that I always do to make sure that I have credibility, confidence, and am giving a great performance on stage, which ultimately drives more business. Establishing credibility as a speaker and as an expert is essential for selling from the stage and giving a great talk. But that deep knowledge and mastery of your subject is only the tip of the iceberg, because now you have that insight, you have that knowledge, but how do you get that out to the audience in a way that engages them and gets them excited about learning about what you're doing and ultimately working with you and buying your program? A lot of times that expertise comes from your own personal experience. So it is imperative that you share your own personal story on why you do what you do or why you're selling what you're selling. That's going to go a long way in establishing credibility. Just like you, I've seen tons of speakers in my day, and I've seen some really good ones, and I've seen some really poor ones. And the difference between the really good ones and the really poor ones is evident when you actually see them on stage. The really good speakers don't just happen to be really great speakers overnight. They practice, they work on it, they get feedback, they have a coach. They're doing the work necessary to be really good on stage. And that preparation is going to calm those nerves because you're so well prepared. You're going to be dynamic. You're going to get your message out. And ultimately, you're going to help that audience take the next step. Whatever that action is that you want them to take, they will do that because now you have credibility and confidence on the stage. So never underestimate the value of preparation when it comes to your public speaking. You know that term authenticity? Well, a lot of times that word gets thrown around in the wrong sense. And when I'm talking about authenticity in your speaking and creating that credibility of a great speaker and an expert in your field, that authenticity is really about sharing of your own personal story that connects with your audience and further establishes yourself as an expert. Maybe that story is going from where that audience might be at that time to where you are now. And now you can show them the trajectory of your own path, creating that credibility that if you can do it, they can too. There is nothing that will kill your credibility more on stage or in life than if you do not back up your arguments with credible sources. If you're using any type of data, evidence, or stories, you really need to back that up with the right sources, the right data, because in this world, when everybody's fact checking everybody else, you want to make sure that you're not coming across as a liar. And of course, when you lie about something, your credibility goes way down. As you're putting together your talk, any type of teaching moments that you have, you want to make sure that you're citing the study that goes along with that point and backing that up with the right data. So never make stuff up. Always have that evidence that your argument is credible. Nothing pulls an audience along than your confidence on stage. And that confidence can be through your tone of voice, it can be your body language, and it can be your demeanor on stage. Because when you are calm, cool, and collected, when you stand there super proud, you're not relying on any notes, you don't have a podium in front of you, you are there, raw, ready to give it to the audience. They're going to respect you because you're going to come across as super confident, which means that you are super credible in their eyes. So make sure that you have that confidence. You're practicing how you stand, how you walk, how you engage with the audience, and you will be amazed at how they engage back with you and ultimately go to that next step. And these are all things that I work with my clients on when we go through my speaker coaching program. A lot of times when we go through some speaker training, we're often told that you are doing a performance, the audience is there, you are here. There is no give and take between you and the audience. And for me, that is super awkward. You want to be able to engage with the audience. They are there, they're live, they're watching you. They want you to engage with them. You want to encourage that interaction. Now, I don't recommend that you get people to just raise their hand and ask questions all the way through, but perhaps making sure that you are making connections with individuals in the audience, asking them to raise their hand if they agree, asking them to do something so that it becomes an experience for them rather than just sitting there watching you up on stage. That way of dynamically engaging with your audience is going to increase your credibility as a speaker and as an expert in your field. This last tip on how to create credibility when speaking so that you can make more sales is probably a little outside the box than what you might think. You want to take that audience on a roller coaster ride of emotions. That story arc moves and changes and has all the elements of a blockbuster Hollywood movie. And the only way of doing that is designing your speech, writing it out, and making sure that it's following good standard storytelling principles like a blockbuster Hollywood movie. And when you do that, when you've designed this speech in a way that follows a story pattern, your audience is going to be super engaged with your talk, and they're going to see you as the expert, and that credibility rises. And when that credibility rises, you're the expert. They're going to take that next step with you and ultimately hire you to solve the problem that they have. Here's the real kicker on this. Credibility just isn't about what you say, but ultimately how you say it. It's about presenting your ideas confidently, backing them up with evidence, and then delivering them in a way that resonates with your audience and engages with them at a very deep level. Remember, credibility is earned, and it's earned through a combination of substance and style. Now it's your turn. I encourage you to put these credibility building strategies into practice and share your expertise in the comments down below. And I can't wait to hear all about your experience doing this. And I'll see you in the next video.